side, but there's a slightly different route than just going on Reddit.
No, one of the Alex Crook, Talksport head journalist, 99% of his information is people he knows at clubs, and then he
Okay.
talks on Talksport about it. Yeah, and he is definitely for inside information one of the best out there because everybody knows it's just look, I used to like many years ago I used to do a lot of I used to get yeah I spent a lot of time in boxing gyms and stuff like that. And when you get to know these trainers, they will tell you what's going on with
Mm.
boxers, and it's never what's presented. And I'm not going to say his name, but one of my favorite boxers back in the day, he got his fucking ass handed to him in a world title fight, and it turned out he was out clubbing all night. But
Almost
despite
like it
it,
was rigged.
no, he just did not give a fuck.
Oh,
But the
okay.
problem is, if the trainers and the promoter come out and said, "Yeah, ever so sorry, he was at such and such club until 3 o'clock in the morning," they would have to cancel the fight, and the promoter has to pick up the bill for that because the
Yeah.
other fighter who's done his job, well, you're still paying me.
Yeah.
The stadium that you've hired, the hall that you've hired, well, you're still paying us. And everyone that bought a ticket, well, you're refunding me.
Mm.
Right? The boxer did not give a flying fuck. Turned up and had his fight. And I found out this years later because of somebody that actually had trained and sparred with him.
Mm.
And he was telling me what this guy was like. And it honestly it broke my heart because I loved him as a boxer. And when he turned up and did his boxing, he was phenomenal. But he was a fucking partner, yeah.
There was another kid like that that was had a bit of a thing with Katie Price or Jordan, if I
No,
remember
no, you're
rightly.
talking about the MMA fighter, Alex Reid, was it?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah, because I knew a guy when I lived down in or down Marbella way, that knew them pretty well.
Yeah, he
So
was he was
I got
he
information from them.
he from my understanding, I met him once at a gym, a normal fitness gym. And I
Yeah,
tell
he's
you what,
quite
he's
quite a nice guy, apparently.
really nice bloke. Like
Mm,
genuinely, I was a bit
mm,
taken away because obviously I recognised him. He
mm.
realised I recognised him. Neither of us spoke about it. But the other thing is, he looked tasty as fuck.
Mm.
It was really because he's actually a lot bigger than you realise. He was like 6'2", six
But
three or something.
this is why Katie Price attached herself to him then, isn't it?
Yeah, but what people don't understand, like, is he got into a fight. Obviously, he didn't know an MMA fight and lost. But he
Mm.
was competing at an extremely high level. And you know, like I said, anybody that gets in the ring and does that. The thing about all of those people, whether it's boxing, whether it's MMA, those people train harder than anyone you could imagine to get their head kicked in.
Yeah, yeah.
That's even
Yeah,
if they've had their face punched in, kicked
yeah.
in, they've been strangled, they don't walk away from it like, yeah, you've won, your arm's been raised and you've won a belt. They're hurting for days and weeks. There was a guy called Mickey Ward, and I've got to look this up because I don't want to disrespect them. Because they had, I think it was 2 or 3 fights, some of the greatest fights of the 90s. And Mickey Ward talked about after their fights, it Gatti, that's it, Arturo Gatti.
Mm.
Um, on one of their fights particularly, Mickey Ward said I think it was about 6 months before his double vision stopped.
Wow.
And it wasn't a world title fight. And that they did a trilogy because that's how brutal
Mm.
their fights were. Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward, their fights were brutal. They just went toe to toe for 12 rounds. And like the
Yeah.
damage they did to each other, and you're
Yes, I
just
can
like,
only imagine.
you know,
Anyway, let's get back to because we've veered right off track again. Because that's what you and I do.
You're very welcome. You and the audience, you're all welcome.
Let's get back to a certain Deepak Chopra.
Oh, Deepak Chopra. Yeah. So you and I were, because he appeared in the Epstein files for saying he thinks girls are cute. He likes a certain type of girl. There doesn't seem to be any evidence he did any alleged wrongdoing other than people obviously associated to Epstein. I said to you at the time when you and I were talking about it, is that the very minute I saw him, I disliked him. I've never considered him a spiritual guru. I've always thought he was a fraud. Um, you sent me a fantastic video with him and Richard Dawkins.
Mm.
And oh, yes, Quantum Inner Child.
Oh God, you
Oh, I've
remember?
got to read this out to people.
Oh God.
So Samantha sent me this video about Deepak Chopra, whatever his name is. I'm drunk.
Is the vodka getting
Right.
to you, David?
The vodka got to me a long time ago. And I was I have one of these moments where I came up with this piss take great idea because Samantha and I are not only going to sell an online course, we're going to endorse it with the absolute promise it will do fuck all for you, but fleece you of your money, right?
Yeah.
And it started because of Deepak Chopra and his
Here we go.
and
Cool.
his interview and conversation with Richard Dawkins. And it was the quantum healing. It was just a whole word salad. And Samantha sent it to me, and